What's going on, guys? Anthony here, bringing you a little solo episode. Got Val here as well, actually. Valentina, say hello. She can't talk yet. It's actually been 1 month. Oh, hello. It's been 1 month since Val was born. I've been a father for 1 month, and it's crazy to believe that, but it's true. And I thought it'd be fun to share monthly updates, and we'll see if anybody cares or anyone likes this, but just for any other fathers out there who are going through a similar stage, I thought maybe every month check in and just share what's been going on. So we're gonna do a little solo ep, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how Val does. But like I said, it's been a month, and man, it really flew by. A few things that come to mind, and just reflecting on how the first month goes. The first one is actually breastfeeding is crazy. I don't know how else to say it. Breastfeeding is crazy. I didn't do it myself. My wife, props to my wife, she's the one doing it. And it's actually probably been the most stressful part of having a baby, at least for us. We were fortunate that there were no health issues. She came a little early, but she was healthy. So breastfeeding's actually been the most stressful part. I mean, getting her to latch was the whole thing. Just like a little baby just screaming right into a nipple, just screaming right into it and not sucking on it, you know? Crazy. So that was really stressful and a tough time for my wife. And I was trying to be supportive, but I can't really. You could bring a baby to water, you know what I mean? So I couldn't really help. But that's been super stressful. I think, of course, I think the pros outweigh the cons. But for anybody that's coming up on that time, that just be prepared. It's tough to get started. She's now in a great rhythm and baby's latching and all that good stuff. But that's been really tough. I haven't taken actually any days off yet, really. My wife is fully off right now, and I plan to take off when she goes back to work. It's been manageable so far. I will say working from home really makes that possible. If you're not working from home, if I had to commute every day to an office, I don't think it would be realistic for me to help. And I think I probably would have ended up taking off. But because I work from home and because also my job, I have an individual contributor role in sales. So I have a little bit of flexibility in my schedule, and it's really up to me to work as hard as I can and want to book appointments and move deals along. So it's helped that I can work from home. I can share my schedule with my wife in the morning, and maybe I can give her a 30-minute break in the middle of the day so she can take a shower or give herself a rest or something like that. Even on days where I'm kind of back to back, it's just nice to be so close. And if something's wrong, or I'm close by. If I left at 8 o'clock in the morning and commuted somewhere and got back at 6 or 7, it would be hard. It'd be much harder. So big ups to my employer for allowing me to work from home, and they are encouraging me to take off. I'm choosing to take off of my own volition. The other thing is it's really coming down to sleep. I think that if you can figure out a good sleep routine or just a way to get some sleep, I think that changes everything. Other than that, you're just changing diapers and holding bottles, And so I think that everything is harder when you're not sleeping well. And of course, you're not going to sleep well, especially at first, but we were able to get into a good routine pretty quickly. My wife was pumping and fortunately was producing, a good amount of supply. And so I was able to help out at night. I'm kind of on call till 3 a.m. So I'll do a feeding at 9 or 10, and then at 12 or 1, maybe at 2 or 3, depending on the schedule, depending on what time she wakes up. And then after 3 o'clock, my wife takes over. So she gets to sleep from 9 or 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. pretty straight through, and then I'm touch and go at that time. And then at 3 o'clock, 3 a.m., I'm out. And so that's been really nice. I think that in the first few days we were so tired, I was really anxious. I was really nervous. I was afraid I was going to drop the baby, and I just felt really stressed. And at first I was waking up with her for every feeding, and we were just both waking up every 2 to 3 hours. As soon as you can, try to switch off. Try to get some supply, get some formula, whatever it takes to give your partner a chance to sleep through a session. Of course, napping when the baby naps is helpful, but you can't just nap all day, right? Like we got shit to do, so you can't. I saw somebody online that was like, yeah, sure, nap when the baby naps, and do laundry when the baby does laundry, and cook dinner when the baby cooks dinner. Right? You can't just nap at all. Nap times, because those times are used to do other things, but you get a nap in there every now and then, and then rotate at night with some feedings. You good, Val? I've been asking my guests for advice for their former selves, and also I've been asking them the best advice they've received. So I thought I would do a little play on that. So advice to my former self. If I give advice to myself 1 month ago, right before she's born, first of all, I would have said stop reading all these books and just get ready to just figure it out. Right? I mean, I had never changed a diaper in my life. And so that was really a big part of it. Learn how to change a diaper, learn how to do a swaddle properly, and just stop trying to do all the research. I'm a big researcher, and it didn't, it didn't really prepare me too much. I felt like you learn so much more just by doing, and you can get overwhelmed with all the different information. Um, you know, help out with overnight feedings, help out around the house, and then there's not a ton to do. The your wife or the mom, or especially if she's breastfeeding, she's going to be really a lot more involved, and the baby's going to need her more than the baby needs you as a father. So do what you can, help out, cook, clean, let your mom nap, let the mom nap. That's it. I'd also say, of course, just soak it in. I know it's so corny, but you got to soak it in. I can't believe a month flew by. She's already different and bigger, obviously, than she was a month ago, and it's actually like a little sad that she's like my little girl's growing up already. So soak in every second of it, as corny as that sounds. The best advice I received was to give yourself permission to not be okay. This is something that multiple people on my show have said already, and it's just so true, right? Like, I had my nice little morning routine, and I was working out, and I was eating clean, and you can't do all that at the same capacity right away, right? Or all the time. So maybe your diet slips a little bit, you're not working out as much, maybe you're not just even working as hard as you used to, and maybe you're not being as awesome of a partner as you used to, right? Like, you have to be okay with like going from like an A plus and everything to a B in some things, and find what you need to prioritize and when, and eventually you'll figure it out. I am able to go to the gym a little bit. Shout out to my wife; she lets me go to the gym every now and then, and um, I return the favor. I'll watch the baby, and she can exercise. So you'll figure it all out. You'll be able to get back to your routines, but they're going to be a little bit different. And give yourself permission to be okay with that. I mean, that's really it. Babies are crazy, man. I got to say, it's been a pretty wild ride so far. Like, just what this little body's doing, and she just needs you. She can't do much, right? She's just she's just helpless. She's a helpless little baby, and it's pretty amazing that her body is keeping her alive, and it is doing all these incredible things, but it also needs so much support from us. And it's been a fun journey. So if you're about to be a dad or about to be a parent, it's very fun. It's very exciting. It is hard, but it's certainly worth it. And it's not as hard as everybody's making you feel. Of course, I'm sure there's just, if you do have a medical issue or just some sort of crazy situation, things can be tough. But just the act of caring for a baby is not as hard as everybody made me feel like. Shame on you all for really making me seem like I was going to be like crying and delirious and just beside myself at all times. It's hard, but you know what? Everybody does it. So obviously, everybody figures it out. That means you could figure it out too. I hope this was helpful. 1 month down. We'll check in next month and we'll see how it's going. Good luck to everybody out there. To all my soon-to-be dads and new parents. Yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know what else you'd like me to cover. And have a good one. Of course, like and subscribe, follow, tell your friends, share, all the good stuff. Anything you do to help the podcast grow would be much appreciated. All right. See ya. I don't know how to end this. Okay, bye.